The dead are useless, only the living consciousness functions, and the dead consciousness does not function. Because the mind also disappears when one dies, the dead are useless. When a person is alive, they must take good care of their body and mind. Buddhist consciousness only thought is a doctrine that nothing can exist except the human mind, and everything is created by the mind, and it is a teaching that human good and evil arise from the mind. However, it is also ironic that this consciousness only thought is interpreted differently. From the perspectives of Hinayana and Mahayana, Hinayana explains that the karma of the mind consciousness, which is the 6 consciousnesses of the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind that make up the human body, acts and receives the past retribution of the previous life, while Mahayana explains the human mental entity by dividing the mind consciousness into 8 consciousnesses, by adding the manas consciousness and the alaya consciousness to the 6 consciousnesses. Of course, it is clear that both are excellent ideas that reveal that the human body is the mind. Here, I consciousness refers to the mind that distinguishes the object of matter. Ear consciousness refers to the mind that distinguishes the object of sound. Nose consciousness refers to the mind that distinguishes smell. Tongue consciousness refers to the mind that distinguishes the object of taste. Body consciousness refers to the mind that distinguishes touch and sensation. Consciousness refers to the mind that distinguishes all things in the universe into tangible and intangible. Manas consciousness refers to the mind that recognizes the self. Alaya consciousness refers to the mind that controls all the 7 consciousnesses before it. And all these consciousnesses are said to continue from the previous life to the present life and the next life. However, the problem is that it is wrong that consciousness only thought applies the theory of samsara in 3 existences, even though it says the mind is the root and only thing of everything. How can a dead human have a mind? When a human dies, all of the 6, 7, and 8 consciousnesses will disappear. However, the bigger problem is that they force blessing on Buddhists by saying that consciousness exists, as if there is a mind in the dead. The most important thing for humans is when they are alive. There is no consciousness in the dead. This is because consciousness arises from the mind. Manas consciousness and alaya consciousness themselves are mind consciousness that comes to a living human. And since there is no mind in the dead, mind consciousness naturally disappears. This is the natural principle of all things.